This play displays efforts done by our COVID warriors in order to safeguard our country from this deadly pandemic. This play dates back to the starting phase of COVID-19 outbreak in India. It tends to exhibit roundtable talks done by best doctors in India with assistance of the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare. The play starts and ends in a Zoom call where all the doctors discuss ways to tackle the virus, inheriting a huge threat to the healthcare industries. There will be two narrators guiding you through this play.
A very warm welcome, everyone, to our Leadership Club COVID Frontline Warriors play. I, Preeti Khatod, along with my fellow narrator Krishna Agrawal, will take you all through this exciting screenplay.
Here, we begin our play with all experienced doctors who are new to technology, confused about it, and young doctors tensed about the situation.
Sir, you can click on the microphone button to turn on your microphone when you are about to speak.
Thank you, Nalini.
Hello everyone. Today we are here to discuss about the COVID epidemic, which has now been declared as a pandemic by the World Health Organization. Here today we have India's best doctors from both government and private hospitals. COVID-19 originated from Wuhan, China, and now has been spreading to many countries including our own country India. We found our first case in Kerala in January, and after that, the graph has been gradually climbing to sky limits. All of our citizens are in panic. We need to tell our citizens about the COVID symptoms and we need to inform them that COVID is curable and it's not the end of the world. So, any suggestions from your side?
Sir, I think I have a suggestion. India's 80% of population is now connected with technology. They have been trying to learn more and more about the virus lately. We can provide them with proper information of do's and don'ts to reduce the panic amongst the public. But we have to be careful of misleading information spreading on any sort of social media platform. As we all know, lies travel faster than truth and it may create huge chaos in the nation.
When add to this point, on being mother, I believe we can educate children through interactive games and jingles.
It's a good idea indeed. But what about the people who have no access to internet?
I have 40 years of experience in government hospitals. Those who don't know about tech can be informed through announcements by vehicles on speakers, but carefully avoiding sound pollution. Eco-friendly pamphlets can be distributed by the centers in local languages informing everyone about the potential threats.
Yes, sir, it would be great as it eliminates the COVID spread and also fulfills the motive of education.
Really sorry, sir, for being late. I was unable to connect due to poor internet access. I heard some conversation and interpreted that false spread of information could be lethal in these fragile situations where people are terrified of these viruses. People already have millions of thoughts that if they are contaminated by the virus, the end result is always fatality. Some people are seeing this as a scam and are still not able to understand the grave potential harm. It is estimated that even if full lockdown is implemented and more contingent zones are declared as red, yellow, and green zones, the cases can gradually come down. But even if there is sheer mistake, then it will result in India being back on square one.
Points presented should be taken into consideration and we should do what is best and possible at the moment. Let's get rid of this virus as soon as possible.
All the doctors in the country selflessly started working day and night, although keeping their beloved family members' life at stake.
Low supplies, mass scarcity, COVID scare, and no exact cure couldn't stop our doctors from doing their duty and serving the nation.
Now, the terror of COVID 19 has silenced. People have started going on vacations, gatherings, and crowds can easily be seen on crossover. No mask, no corona is the slogan. The unlocking of the country was taking a horrific toll. Not only the health of the country, but the economy of the country is equally important. is what the government says, where until now the total cases recorded in the world has reached 8.4 crore with 5.9 crore recovered cases and 1.8 crore deaths. In India alone, 1.3 crore are recorded in total with 99.4 lakh recovered cases and 1.5 lakh deaths. The count of everyday cases now crosses 20,000. This has alarmed the government and the accredited authorities have been showing the concern towards this worrisome situation. The government imposes some penalties and punishments as lockdown is no more preferable for them. As the situation is not only seen in India but the world, the chief executive of WHO shares his view as he pens down, if the scenario of carelessness continues, nothing can be an obstacle in the way of the second wave of COVID-19 hitting the race, which dolefully changed into reality in 2021.
It is the time of the second wave of coronavirus due to very low medical supplies and doctors are being assaulted.
Each and every doctor is facing backlash and losing their confidence. Few social humans are helping each other by providing ration.
Sir, I'm facing an issue. My camera isn't working.
Beta, change your camera source, it will start working.
Thank you, sir. This pandemic made you also a tech geek.
Hello doctors. We are here again today to discuss about another serious issue, which is the second wave of the coronavirus. Our country is lacking a lot of resources. There is a huge gap in requirement and fulfillment of the hospitals in liquid oxygen cylinders. COVID medicines are facing black marketing and are directly affecting the public, making them helpless and hopeless. We think we know the virus, but time and again it surprises us. The new UK variant and Delta variant are not easy to deal with. The lab facilities and paramedic facilities are trying their best to get the situation under control. And now the vaccines are made available, and we should start a new motive of fully vaccinating India and specially focus on the rural areas. So, doctors, do you have any advice for how to fulfill the medical needs and how to vaccinate people in a proper and safe manner?
Yes, sir. Supplies are being fulfilled time by time, and we have a strong plan. Supplies should be surfaced online and virtually. Rural areas can be checked and filled manually.
Yes, sir, indeed. Tocilizumab and remdesivir have alternative supplies with no scarcity. Also, spotometers are now being produced in India, and there is no place for scam, and even have price control.
Due to corona, more hospitals are being built and railway coaches are being converted into isolation wards. Beds are also provided by locals and are being helped each other.
Some careless persons are the cause of today's second wave of COVID-19. Rather than to ignore them, we should focus on showing them the consequences. They are not only putting themselves towards danger, but also their and their families. I don't want to say this, but if this continues, the third wave of COVID-19 is inevitable.
Long-awaited Sputnik 5 vaccine and Made in India vaccines are also starting to surface amongst the aged like me, and will be widely for the youngsters in near future. And we believe India will be corona-free very, very soon.
Have you heard about the vaccines? I was wondering which is the one with higher efficacy and which suits my blood type.
Vaccines don't vary from one blood type to another. They are not blood group sensitive, and there are various vaccines which are either created by the government or a private hospital.
In many countries, people are not allowed to choose their vaccines. They are jabbed by the vaccines approved by the government and change from locality to locality. If you get an option to choose from, choose the vaccine that has an ample supply in the country and that doesn't run out the time of your second dose.
No problem. If it runs out, I will get a second type of vaccine. Isn't that great?
No, it isn't. We can't mix and get cross-vaccinated. Every vaccine has its own separate interval of dose time and also has different effectiveness. WHO guidelines strictly prohibited these acts and is trying to inform everyone to get vaccinated the right way.
Well, I heard if you take vaccine manufactured by the government, you will have 1 in 23 chances to die. I bet it's true because it came from a knowledgeable person and he can't be wrong.
Never believe in these misconceptions. Details about all vaccines are registered on government websites and can be checked. Forwarded messages should always be rectified, especially in these circumstances where false spread of news can cause horrendous harm to the country and its health sector.
Thank you for correcting me. I would become a spreader of this fake news otherwise.
By the way, what are the side effects of vaccine? Which vaccine should I choose if I get an option?
Mostly side effects are rare and depending upon person to person, but according to stats, mild to moderate side effects like low-grade fever or muscle aches are normal and not cause of alarm. They are signs that the body's immune system is responding to the vaccine, especially the antigen, and is gearing up to fight the virus. These side effects usually go away on their own after a few days. Can you provide me information about the dose interval?
If you get options, choose vaccine with high efficacy such as Covishield, which have 70% to 75% efficacy and is the vaccine with the highest efficacy in the SAARC countries. Pfizer, Covaxin, Sputnik V and Moderna vaccines are the following in the list of vaccine ranging from 60% to 68% efficacy. You can check options in your region while registering for them. And if you ask me, all vaccines are fine. And the motive should be to get vaccinated rather than waiting for your preference.
I heard that the recommended interval between doses is 21 days for Pfizer-BioNTech and 28 days for Moderna. However, up to 42 days between doses is permissible when a delay is unavoidable. Presently, based on the recommendation by National Expert Group on Vaccine Administration for COVID-19, the schedule of Covishield vaccine under National COVID-19 Vaccination Strategy is to administer the second dose at 12 to 16 weeks, that is 84 days, after administration of first dose. More information about vaccines is available on WHO website.
On behalf of Leadership Club,
We thank you all for joining us.
We are in this together.
We will go through this all together.
Wear mask, stay home.
Stay safe.
Maintain social distancing.
Thank you everyone.
we also motivate you to get fully vaccinated and to educate people around your surrounding about vaccines. We, entire Leadership Club, along with the Modern Indian School family, is thankful to COVID warriors all around the world for their continuous duty saving the world.
We would also like to show our heartfelt condolences to the families of the deceased. May their soul rest in eternal peace with our heavenly forefathers and get a wonderful afterlife. Thank you.
नन्ही सी हंसी भोली सी खुशी फूलों सी वो बाहें भूल गए जब देश ने दी आवाज हमें हम घर की राहें भूल गए हम सोए नहीं कई रातों से ऐ जाने बदन सा चांद बुझे हमें नींद उसी दिन आएगी जब देखेंगे आबाद तुझे मजबूर हुई जब दिल की दुआ तो हमने दवा से काम लिया वो नब्ज नहीं फिर थमने दी जिस नब्ज को हमने थाम लिया